Welcome to all. In previous lecture we have seen in digital communication how the communication system will work. Then for information source encoder, analog to digital converter, channel coding, source encoder and all these things we have seen. Also types of multiplexing we have seen, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation. In this today's lecture we are going to see the modulation techniques in digital communication. So far we have seen or we have overview on the analog and digital communication, some concepts from digital communication also we have seen. Now we are going to see modulation techniques in digital communication. So after encoding, the binary data is now ready for the transmission to the physical channel. In order to transmit the data in the physical channel, we must convert the data back to an electrical signal, that is converting it back to an analog form, and this process is called the modulation. How we can define the modulation is the process of changing a parameter of a signal using another signal. The most commonly used signal type is the sinusoidal signal that has the form of, we can define as V of t is equal to A sin omega t plus theta, where A is nothing but amplitude of the signal, omega will define as radian frequency and theta is the phase shift. In modulation process, we need to use two types of signal, information, message or transmitted signal, and another one is a carrier signal. Let's assume the carrier signal is of a sinusoidal type of the form x of t is equal to A sin omega t plus theta. Modulation is letting the message signal m of t to change one of the carrier signal parameters. That is, depending on that parameter, now modulation can be defined as amplitude modulation or frequency modulation. If we let the carrier signal amplitude changes in accordance with the message signal, then we can call the process as amplitude modulation. And if we let the carrier signal frequency changes in accordance with the message signal, then we can call this process as frequency modulation. So from this waveform, we can find the modulation types: amplitude modulation, frequency modulation and pulse amplitude modulation. So here is the message signal m of t is given and that will be modulated with amplitude modulation. Change in the amplitude, carrier will change its amplitude. This smaller signal is having higher frequency is a carrier signal and this is the original message signal. So this original message signal changes the amplitude of the carrier signal. So this is called as amplitude modulation. In the second waveform, frequency of the carrier signal changes. So we can call this one as frequency modulation. And observe, in this last waveform, amplitude of pulse get changes having variation in the amplitudes at different levels of time interval t. So this is pulse amplitude modulation. Digital data transmission. There are two types of digital data transmission. Baseband data transmission that uses low frequency carrier signal to transmit the data, and next is the band pass data transmission that uses high frequency carrier signal to transmit the data. So baseband data transmission is nothing but line coding techniques. The binary data is converted into an electrical signal in order to transmit them in the channel. Binary data are represented using amplitudes for the ones and zeros. We will be presenting some of the common baseband signaling techniques used to transmit the information. That is nothing but line coding techniques. Some of them are given here. Non-return to zero NRZ, unipolar return to zero, bipolar return to zero alternate mark inversion that can be shorted as RZAMI, and non-return to zero mark and Manchester coding. First of all, see the non-return to zero. In this type of coding, the 1 is represented by some specific level and the 0 is represented by the opposite of the representation of 1. The term non-return to 0 means the signal switch from one level to the another without taking the 0 value at any time during the transmission. We can represent this non-return to 0 with the help of a message signal. We want to transmit m of t, or m is a message, as 1011010. That is, m will be represented with some level 1 and 0 will be represented with its opposite level 0. So message signal is 101 is having high level 1010. The next is unipolar return to 0. In this case, binary 1 is represented by some level, that is half the width of the signal, and binary 0 is represented by the absence of the pulse. How we can represent? Take a look here, that we are transmitting the same signal 10111010. 1 is represented by some level half the pulse width of the signal, that is, this is the total pulse width. We can observe here total pulse width. Half the pulse width will be represented by some level and 0 is represented by the absence of the pulse. There is no pulse during the 0. 1 will be represented by half pulse width. Another one is again represented by half pulse width. 0, absence of pulse. Here is again absence of pulse. Bipolar return to 0. Here 1 is represented by some level, that is half the width of the signal, and 0 is represented a pulse that is also half the width of the signal but the opposite sign of the 1. So with the example we can see 1 is represented by some level half the pulse width of the signal, 0 is represented by opposite some level half the pulse width of the signal. If 1 is having plus, 0 will be having the negative polarity with same level here. In this way we can transmit the message signal. Return to 0 alternate mark inversion. In this type of coding technique, binary 1 is represented by a pulse alternating in sign. It means that in the first time when we are representing 1 may have some positive level. In the second time when 1 comes into the message, that will be represented by the alternating negative level of the signal, and 0 is represented with absence of the pulse. So we can observe here now message signal is 1011010. 1 is represented with positive some level, 0 absence of the pulse. Next one when comes into the message should show the opposite or alternating sign. This is the positive sign. Now that one will be represented with negative sign of the some level, and in this way signal will be transmitted. Non-return to 0 mark, also known as differential coding. In this type of coding, binary 1 represented in the change of the level. That is, if signal is initially at high state, it will be shown from high level to the low level, and if signal is at low state initially, that will change to the high state. And binary 0 represents no change into the previous level, that will remain to the previous state as it is. As transmitting the signal M10111010, initially my signal is at low state. When we are transmitting 1, it will change the state from low state and come to the high state. 0 will represent no change into the level, and again 1 comes, that will show change into the level. From high state it will goes to the low state. Again second 1 comes, so signal will change from low state and will goes to the high state. For 0 there is no change into the level, remains to the same level. Once changes from high state to the low state, there is no change. Manchester coding or a biphase coding. Binary 1 is represented by a positive pulse half with the signal followed by a negative pulse. That is, Binary 1 is represented by positive pulse half width, and the half width will be followed by the negative pulse. Binary 0 is represented by negative pulse half width and the signal and which is followed by the positive pulse. You can see here my signal is M1011010. 1 is represented by positive half pulse width of the signal followed by the negative pulse, and 0 is represented by negative half pulse width of the signal followed by the positive pulse. Accordingly, signal will get coded and ready for the transmission. Transmission. What is transmission bandwidth? The transmission bandwidth of a communication system is the band of frequencies allowed for signal transmission. In other words, it is the band of frequencies at which we are allowed to use the transmission of data, transmission of messages, or any kind of information that we want to transmit has to be allowed to transmit for that specific band of frequencies. Bit rate is the term that we should know here. It is the number of bits transferred between devices per second. If each bit is represented by a pulse of width dB, then the bit rate R subscript B will be represented as 1 divided by T subscript B beats per second. Baud rate is called as symbol rate. Here the number of symbols transmitted per second through the communication channel. The symbol rate is related to the bit rate by the following equation. You can see here bit rate RB, Rs is the symbol rate and N is number of bits per second, where symbol rate or baud rate R subscript S is represented by bit rate RB by N, number of bits per symbol. We usually use symbols to transmit data when the transmission bandwidth is limited. For example, we need to transmit a data at high rate and the bit duration TB is very small. To overcome this problem, we take a group of more than 1 bits, say it may be more than 2 bits. Therefore, my time of transmitting the bit TB is equal to F0. We are defining frequency of transmission as 1 by TB. When we are grouping 2 bits, 2 TB, F will be 1 upon 2 TB is 1 by 2 F0. Now again the minimum frequency will be required for transmitting 2 bits. When we are grouping into the 4 bits for a symbol, then frequency is 1 by 4 of F0. So accordingly, need of frequency will get reduced as we are making the group of more than 1 bits. We notice that by transmitting symbols rather than bits, we can reduce the spectrum of the transmitted signal. Hence, we can use symbol transmission rather than bit transmission when the transmission bandwidth is limited. Up till now, we have seen the modulation techniques, one part. In the second part, we are going to see band pass data transmission. In first, we have seen baseband transmission. Band pass data transmission will have amplitude shift keying, phase shift keying, frequency shift keying and multi-level signaling, in which M-array modulation techniques we are going to see. So band pass data transmission, in communication we use modulation for several regions. In particular, we can define or we can use it to transmit the message signal through the communication channel efficiently, transmit several signals at the same time over a communication link through the process of multiplexing or through the process of multiple access. That already we have seen different types of multiple access: time division multiple access, frequency division multiple access, code division multiple access. To simplify the design of the electronic systems used to transmit the message, by using modulation we can easily transmit data with very low loss. Digital modulation is the process by which digital symbols are transformed into waveforms that were compatible with the characteristics of the channel. The following are the general steps that we are used by the modulator to transmit the data. That is, what modulator will use? It will accept the incoming digital data, then group the data into symbols and use these symbols to set or change the phase, frequency or amplitude of the reference carrier signal appropriately. Bandpass modulation techniques are ASK, FSK, PSK and multi-level signaling. In multi-level signaling M-array modulations, again it may be having M-array amplitude modulation, M-array phase shift keying modulation, M-array frequency shift keying, and at last the quadrature amplitude modulation are the bandpass modulation techniques. Amplitude shift keying. In this ASK, the binary data modulates the amplitude of the carrier signal. That will depend on or what is the information that we are sending. Either we are sending 1 or 0. Accordingly, amplitude of the signal will get varied. That we can represent here with the example. We have a signal V of t and it will be represented as A dot cos omega ct, and that will get transmitted if binary 1 is transmitted. This is the amplitude of signal, and V of t will become is equal to 0 if binary 0 is transmitted. From this waveform we can see whenever we are transmitting 1, we have amplitude of the signal A into cos omega ct, and whenever there is binary 0, there is no frequency or there is no signal transmitted amplitude, V of t will become is equal to 0. Accordingly, this is the amplitude shift keying. According to the binary data, amplitude will get modulates. In phase shift keying, the binary data modulates the phase of the carrier signal. That is, we have V of t is my signal. It is A dot cos of omega ct plus 0 if binary 1 is transmitted. It means there is no change into the original signal. That change will be by 0 phase shift. But V of t will become A dot cos of omega c into t plus pi if binary 0 is transmitted. See, when we are transmitting 1, my signal is having 0 phase shift. Let it may be your original signal that we have transmitted. Once we are transmitting 0, the pi degree radians or pi radians phase shift will be there. So signal initially it will start from this 0 going into the positive direction. Now signal will start from 0 and going into the negative direction. Pi radians phase shift will be there into the signal. So in this way, binary data modulates the phase of the carrier signal. In frequency shift keying, the binary data modulates the frequency of the carrier signal. That is, we can see Si of t is my signal. It is A cos of omega 0 plus delta omega t for binary 1 and A into cos of omega 0 minus delta omega into t for binary 0. What we are doing here is, here omega 0 is nothing but radian frequency that we are going to change according to the binary digit that we are transmitting. When we are transmitting 1, delta omega is the frequency change into the signal, and when we are transmitting 0, minus delta omega change will be there into the frequency of signal. So accordingly we can observe the change into the frequency. Initially for 1, this is my frequency. When we are transmitting 0, frequency varies by minus delta omega, and so on for the respective 1s and 0s coming into the message. We have seen the types of modulations: ASK, FSK, PSK. There are 4 levels if we consider, and we are sending one of the information. The information here we have is 00, 01, 10, 11. Now we are defining this information into the 4 levels for m is equal to 4. Initially V0 is my amplitude, voltage amplitude when there is 0, 0. V1 is the voltage amplitude for 0, 1. V2 will represent 1, 0 and V3 is 1, 1. So So accordingly this is V0, V1, V2 and V3. We can see how this amplitude shift keying will work into these 4 levels. With this example, initially for 0, 0, what is my amplitude is V0. For 0, 0, amplitude is V0. So this is my amplitude 0, 0 with information 0, 0. For the next coming bits 0, 1, that is amplitude is V1, will come to some more level than 0 level. It will get increased. For 1, 0, again amplitude will get increased. For 1, 1, this is my V3 amplitude, that is different from the V0 amplitude. In this way, amplitude shift keying will be there, or in respectively we can see the 4 levels of ASK with this example. So this is all about the today's modulation techniques that we are going to use into the digital communication. So overall till date, what we have seen for the prerequisite of the course satellite communication, we should know about, or we must aware about the analog communication, its modulation techniques, what is communication system, what the types of techniques that we are going to use, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation. In digital communication also the same techniques we are going to observe in digital form. That is, what are the digital modulation techniques, ASK, FSK, PSK, and for that what is digital communication system model. All we have seen here till now. Now into the next lecture we will actually going to start a satellite communication and introduction to the satellite communication. So be ready for the satellite communication.